tonight in Los Angeles for a special screening of Common Ground, celebrating with Ian Somerhalder, Laura Dern, and Jason Momoa. Let's take a first look.
What I'm about to tell you is a matter of life and death. If the soil dies, we die.
The facts have been proven. Roundup does cause cancer.
Well, Common Ground is a love letter to our children, and the film is narrated by Jason Momoa, Laura Dern, Rosario Dawson, Ian Somerhalder, Donald Glover. The whole cast is incredible, and for all of them, they're all parents. And this film is also a love letter to their children. And Common Ground shows that there actually is a pathway forward, that even though we're facing 50 harvests, if we continue on the path that we're on with conventional agriculture, that we can actually turn that around. There's hope. There is an elegant solution to climate change, and it's called regenerative agriculture. And we can take all of that carbon that we've emitted into the atmosphere, we can draw it down and put it into healthy soil, grow nutrient-dense food, save the farmers who are dealing with a suicide epidemic right now, and also save the future for our kids.
Tell me a little bit about piecing everybody together. How did you get such an incredible group to all come on board?
Well, this is the second film in a trilogy, so we had the blessing of having Woody Harrelson and Ian Somerhalder in the first film, so we had a little momentum going in. Once we got to this film, Laura generously agreed to be part of it, and from there the whole cast just assembled. But one thing to keep in mind for all of the wonderful people involved in this film, they're all parents. So they all share an interest in having the future be amazing for their children. They want to balance the climate. They want a wonderful future for all of these little guys, and so do we. So that's a pretty easy sell.
This isn't a movie, this is a movement. And people keep, you hear the United Nations and scientists and lawmakers, everyone mulling over and trying to figure out what do we do, this impending climate doom and economics and all these issues. Large-scale regenerative ag, flip the switch. Get the farm bill changed. Put money in there for farmers to teach farmers. Money talks, walks. Regenerative agriculture produces more money. Inputs go down, yields go up. That means more money for farmers, it means more money for America, it means more money for tax bases. Everything works from there. And so it's not really like, there's no guessing here. The data don't lie, and that's what's really special, and that's why we're really grateful that you all are here and everyone has shown up for this, because we did it.
I mean, you hear all the time that you want to leave a place better than where you started. And what I looked around and saw is, what are we leaving if we leave a planet that is so void of being nutrient rich? It means that we've just basically robbed it and left them with nothing. And I think it does when you start looking at the opportunity generationally, it becomes a necessity.
In this documentary, you're reading a letter. I want to start with that and just talk to me a little bit about your message and what you really wanted to get out there with that.
It started with my relationship with Josh and Rebecca Tickell. The filmmakers has been long-standing since several docs ago. And I love their work and their passion and their commitment. And my daughter at 8, 9 years old, who is a little activist, did work with them, and I wanted to, be more of a participant as a producer, and therefore on this doc to make sure that the news isn't only dire, and the news is exciting. It's a terrifying time. We have a few years to make a massive difference, and instead of changing all the things we know we need to recycle, to compost, how we drive, how we live, the massive change is, let's look at where we can actually save us, and the answer is in the soil. And the answer is leaving it alone. Not that we have to come up with magic to reinvent, And so the idea of leaving the soil and our oceans alone can actually save the planet seems like it should be simple. So hopefully we'll listen.
I got to actually bring the film to my children's school, which was really cool. I got to sit down with them and play the film for them, which is the first time that's ever happened. And yeah, it was wonderful. And the funny thing is they're already learning all that stuff. So it's the same thing I did, and I learned all this when I was in school, and I'm hoping that this film can spark a lot, just hope it spreads like a wildfire.
How did you first get attached to this?
My dear friend Ian Somerhalder, so he's the one that kind of asked me. Obviously, we are both very close. We're both big activists, family men, where he just knew I would want to be a part of it. I was like, yes, and yes, so whatever you need. And then it's everything that I love. This is all the stuff that I did before I even became an actor or even thought about being an actor. So it's just where my passion is.
It's a connection to the land. It's a connection to those that came before us and those that are going to come after us.
We can change everything. There's hope.